Why is this newspaper upside down? Because I am down under. Hello and welcome to What the Papers Say New Zealand. Yes, I've caught up on my jet lag sleep and I'm feeling better. And I'm here under the spawning eucalyptus tree. I think it's eucalyptus. Anyway, I'm here in Auckland, New Zealand. No, you can't see the famous tower behind me or the skyline, although I did see that from Mount Eden earlier today. And we're doing a very special edition of What the Papers Say. It's the weekend papers, so which Thailand didn't really have, but New Zealand definitely has in spades. There's the daily New Zealand Herald, but here is their weekender edition, Weekend Herald. And so let's have a quick look at the front page. Of course, it wouldn't be New Zealand if there weren't the two top sports in the island nation. You've got cricket and you've got rugby. Like, when it comes to sports, really, what else do you need? And we got some business stories there. Interesting, sad story about a Samoan family that might be deported. A portrait of the artist as a not-so-young man, of course. And, as usual, as with any country, political skullduggery. What did the Prime Minister know, and when did he know it? Well, he knew actually quite a bit going into it. Apparently, turns out the new Commerce Minister has a link to the grocery sector. I guess one of the new minister's family members has a connection with the grocery store. There's only two big grocery store chains here, so they're trying to add more competition or make sure that there's no collusion on prices and that kind of thing. So it turns out that whenever the new ministers, whenever it comes to a discussion about the supermarkets, he recuses himself and another minister takes over. So they're sorting that situation out, and there it is, all for you on the front page. But that's not the only game in town. Sunday is a busy game as well. There is the Sunday Star Times, and once again, of course, there you have rugby on the front. And of course, it looks like there's a bit of horsing around going on the front page. And of course, food, because it is a weekend paper after all. Kiwis deserve value for money. Sure, don't we all? But they're talking about infrastructure there. And so here there's a bunch of stuff going on. There's some very recent interesting developments going on. Power corrupts. Lord Acton again. May the reasonable force be with you. New laws to tackle retail crimes. For a farmer who fought for his life with home intruders says reasonable force is whatever it takes. The government here, which is a National Party government, kind of right of centre, are wanting to expand citizens' power of arrest powers. So if someone's trying to steal something from your store, that you can detain them until the police arrive. You have to contact them right away. So it's an idea that's being explored. A working group was working on it, and they've sent a report to the Prime Minister, and it's something they're considering. More about this place called Destiny Church here in Auckland, who have done things like protest against children's story hour, drag queen story hour at a local library. So that's an interesting step to take. And Police Association President Chris Cahill has warned that making a citizen's arrest is not worth getting killed for. So they have some concerns about citizens who might be trying to do their best to keep the peace, but might end up on the wrong side of a criminal who's not wanting to be arrested. All right, so we heard about we saw the New Zealand Saturday edition. Well, here is the Herald on Sunday. So kind of taking a twist there on the Daily Mail. With the Mail on Sunday, well, here is the Herald on Sunday. And they have the sad news there about more details about the death of Hollywood legend Gene Hackman and his sad passing, and that of his wife as well. A more happy story about Brad Pitt's private Queenstown excursion. So Brad Pitt has been visiting amongst the Kiwis. There you go. And then, of course, I'll start with this story first. It's coach suspended over abuse claims. Russian-born instructor has been... she's been found to have, she has been standing accused of verbally abusing her students and even some physical abuse. Again, these are just allegations. She's down in Christchurch and she has been suspended for the time being while an investigation is continued out. And finally, is this town the NIMBY capital of New Zealand? Check pages 12 and 13 to find out. So there you go. That's what the papers say on Sunday. It's actually Monday now. But there you go, a look at the weekend papers for you. And I'll be back with a special edition from Singapore. Bye for now.